Hello and welcome to another episode of DVD Bunker. Can you believe we're still doing this?
Episode 10, double digits.
No, I think this is 9.
Is this 9?
I don't know.
It's
I'm pretty
10.
sure it's 9. In my notes, I wrote down 9.
Damn. Welcome to the episode before episode 10.
We're about to hit double digits. It's going to be pretty sweet.
Coinciding with...
Unless we decide to air this one later, in which case none of this will stay in the cut.
Nope. None of it probably will anyway.
So, my name's Brian, and this is Matt.
Hey, Brian, how's it going today?
You know, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Same old, you know, just living life.
Yeah.
Just getting through work and being a parent till I can get here to do this. Just trudging my way through it.
Is that what that flashing clock was on your wall? And it's saying 0, it's time for DVD Bunker?
Exactly, the countdown.
That's awesome, and I'm a part of it.
So if you've never watched the show before, thank you, first of all, for stumbling in.
Yeah.
What we do here is we go through my personal DVD collection and we look at movies that I'm a little less familiar with, maybe I haven't seen in a while, or maybe something I really like that other people don't talk about.
Yeah.
And we revisit it and kind of look at it again and see if it's really good or if it belongs to, you know, deserves to be here or not.
Yep.
So today's movie is a 1987's Overboard starring Goldie, Hawn, and Kurt Russell.
America's sweethearts, really.
They really are.
I think.
I think they're the most successful celebrity couple I can think of. I mean, what's Tom Hanks and his wife have been together a long time. I know
that Larry Flint guy, hasn't he been with his wife for a long time?
He's not. He shouldn't be. Nobody should be modeling themselves after Larry Flint. No matter what, even if it's something good that he did, that's fine. But we just should all not. Like, let's just let him have that one. But I still think maybe we should all take a pass on acting.
All right, fair enough.
So, basically the plot of this movie, I actually read a little insert. We were talking before, and I was noticing on the back of the DVD, they touted this had a 4-page booklet featuring trivia and production notes. Now, what I actually found inside of here was a pamphlet. It's not 4 pages, it just is a single piece of paper.
It's like liner notes.
The front of it is just a picture, and the back of it is just the chapter listing. So it is literally, even if you counted front and back as 4 pages, it's not a 4-page booklet because the only information is in the middle.
No.
So, pretty shabby. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty sorry. But they did describe it in there as Cinderella in reverse. And that's kind of right?
Yeah, that is true.
She's like riches to rags. She's a rich lady. She loses her memory and ends up with Kurt Russell convinces her.
in somebody's home.
I'm sure we're gonna get into that part in the second half here. But I'm pretty, he somehow, I don't remember the fine points, but he convinces her that she's his wife and like tries to raise his bratty kids and the whole 9 yards and make her part of his family.
And I'm not ready to say it out loud yet, but I will say it out loud. I think I might enjoy this Kurt Russell better than Jack Burton at the end of the day.
Really?
Because he's an opportunist and he's an entrepreneur, and you know.
Yeah. All right.
He goes for it in this.
Jack Burton's a great character, but he's really just kind of comic relief. You know,
Yeah.
he's like there to be in the movie to like make jokes and like to act like the action hero who's not the action hero. You know, so he's probably a more well-rounded character in this. Although we're saying this all in speculation. We haven't watched the movie.
I don't know. The picture on the back of this DVD tells me everything I need to know.
He does have a pretty good smirk, and he's got. Oh man, I'm just
overalls
noticing,
and flannel.
He's in this one. In this one, it's the smirk and the point.
Yeah.
But on the inside, it's the smirk with the.
And the huh?
Oh.
I would
But
love
it's
to
either
get the
way.
negatives
Kurt
on
Russell
those.
dimples are in full effect, so that's to be taken note of. Let's see. Do you have any memories of this movie?
I remember
much?
loving this movie. I love Kurt Russell
I do too.
a lot, and I remember loving this movie. You know, I thought the kids were great in this too. I feel like, but
Kid actors are tough.
Yeah,
so
and
we'll have to see. I'll be interested to see
I'm
how that holds
a
up.
big miniature golf fan.
That's like the See, you're
lot
and
of
now
Venn
you're just. I
diagrams
was gonna say
come
you're just
together.
reminding me because that's like the big dream, right? Them to build their own miniature golf course. Oh man, I'm getting excited.
I'm
now.
so pumped for this movie.
It's rare that we do a movie that you remember better than me.
Yeah, I
usually
almost
if
never
I don't remember it, you really don't remember.
Yeah,
it.
and I don't ever remember any movies I've seen. So this is how I know I'm gonna love this movie already. So this is just gonna be butter in the same old roll that you love.
Right,
just
right.
Slamming it down your gullet. So
Well, we know where Matt's gonna lie, but I'm gonna resolve right now to make this episode interesting and make you wonder if I'm gonna keep this on my shelf. I did see when I was trying to figure out how long Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn had been together and trying to nail that down, I found an adorable little anecdote. I believe what happened during the promos for Hateful Eight, which would have been like last winter.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, he was doing an interview and he kind of let it slip that they were getting ready for bed one night and Overboard came on, and like seeing themselves like all young and in their prime and in this romantic comedy got them in the mood, and they got to they got to fooling around with Overboard in the background, and I thought that's kind of badass, right?
Who do you think they're both? I like to think doggy style, both facing the
so
TV,
they can see the TV,
and not even the heat wears off after they start, so then they're just kind of sort of criticizing each other. Acting ability and things like that, and I don't think either
this is why we never worked together again.
Kurt Russell didn't tell us part, but I don't think either one finished in that hole. They just kind of fell asleep on top of each other.
They're in their late 60s, early 70s, so I mean, they probably tired out pretty quickly. I know I get tired out about 3 strokes in.
Just you talking about this interaction has got me just sleepy. Now let me ask you this: are we in the middle of a renaissance right now? Can I coin that phrase on here? A Kurt Russell renaissance?
Okay, all right. Yeah, kind of.
He's in a Furious movie.
He's in the Fast and Furious
franchise
now.
But he was really, I don't know if you saw the movie, he's good in it. And you're going to keep bringing him back, I feel like.
Yeah, I would think so.
And we saw him in Hateful Eight, so you got a Tarantino movie.
When just off subject, but there's a show that I watch where sometimes we do recasts of movies, and they did an episode on Fast and the Furious, and when I was recasting it, I did mine as like an 80s movie, and I totally recast Kurt Russell as Dom Toretto.
Ooh. You might have to change the name, but
maybe even not. I don't know.
You think he just slicks his hair back and becomes Dom Toretto?
Slicks his hair back, puts a toothpick in his teeth. If he can be Snake Plissken, he can be Dom Toretto, is all I'm saying.
I forgot about Snake Plissken. I love Kurt Russell so much. I love him so much.
So anything else? Did you look up anything on this movie? Got any facts?
No facts other than just childhood memories of loving this movie so much, and I was just so excited to come over to watch this because I have not seen this so long. I
gave Matt 3 choices of movies, and he texted me back faster than he has ever returned a text. Like, Overboard!
And I got my phone over my head after I texted you, it just screamed Overboard.
And then he sent me 7 or 8 images from behind the scenes of Overboard, just texting, just all sorts of things.
Or I photoshopped myself in.
Right. And then he started sending me pictures from Captain Ron, which I was like, this isn't even the same movie.
I forgot about Captain Ron too. I was thinking about that yesterday. I totally forgot about Captain Ron. Oh my god, I love him so much.
Yeah. I think we are about to have some great Kurt Russell times here. So I don't think there's anything else to say. Let's go get to it, right? Let's go watch Overboard.
Let's do it. All right.
All right, so we're back from watching Overboard.
That movie is bananas.
I think we're going to get into this, but I feel like there is an element of movies before, really even leading up into just the last 10 years, where when you look at them through our kind of more progressive eye, it's hard to ignore some of the things. But let's start off on a positive. The first thing that I remember, right off the bat when we sat down to watch this, that brought back instant memories, Goldie Hawn's skimpy bikinis.
Oh, it's so...
I think that might be my first side boob.
Oh, yeah?
When I was a kid, I think that was my first side boob. And I hit you, you just get those sense memories, and as soon as I saw her prancing around the deck of that ridiculous boat in her in a bathing suit, and then she's wearing a robe, but it has shoulder pads like she's an admiral, but they're sparkly. Her outfit's
and they
unreal.
match her hippies.
Unreal.
She no joke has the same wardrobe as Hollywood from the movie Mannequin, down to her sunglasses
with the pointed edge sunglasses.
Yeah, one side is pointed, and it's amazing. Her wardrobe is amazing, but it is very sexy. She's got the high rising,
super tight cut, and the low, everything's diving. She always has a lot of plunging necklines, and I always thought,
She looks amazing.
She does. She looks really
she's
good.
only one half of the hot body competition that's going on in this
Right.
movie.
Kurt Russell is bringing it in this one. He starts off right away. He's always with the sleeveless shirt, but then he's doing this move where he's putting his thumbs in and he's like bringing in the
so
sleeveless
you can
shirt.
see
He's showing
the
off
pecs.
the pecs, right? The guns. They're back out to sea, and Goldie drunkenly gets out of bed to go look for like an earring or something and falls over overboard number 2. She washes up on shore in Elk Cove or nearby. Amnesia.
And can we get... This is where we dive in for me, where this is where the crimes begin.
Okay.
Because Kurt Russell, he doesn't find her. I can understand this situation a lot better if he was fishing or something and he washed her up.
He came across her.
Yeah. No, he's at a bar with his buddy.
The cop allows him to kidnap our victim and take her
Kidnapping.
to his hoarder, what is slash junkyard. Like you described it very well earlier as squalor. It's a big house.
It's nice. It could be nice.
It could be nice. It's a big place, but it's definitely just a crazy
Well, it's run
down.
Yeah, there's not been any. It's weird because he is a master craftsman, but it seems like nothing. He does nothing to the
At this
house.
point, we don't kind of realize that he's working harder than we know.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's not home as much as we,
And do they say what's happened to them? Did she die or leave? Do they? I don't think they
I don't
ever
think
say.
they ever really address it, because I
No.
wonder that too. Because I like to think that she just bailed, that she was just
Oh.
like the kids were too much for her, and she was just peace.
He's not doing well either. Like
No.
no one in this family
No, he is not
doing well.
Well, yeah, he puts her to work. He gives her a job, so he has her making dinner.
She's our slave.
Yeah, and we get, it's not right away, there's a couple things that happen, but we do get our montage of, like, her trying to make dinner, and, like, I mean, she's doing, okay, let me go over some of the stuff she's got to feed them. She's got these 2 crazy big dogs, she's trying to feed them, she's trying to clean this, like, ridiculously, and, I mean, we're talking about a place where a man and 4 boys have lived with and they don't care about...
No, nobody cares.
So everything
and
is
he has
just,
no time.
It's just crazy how dirty this place is. It's like a hoarder house. Like I said, I mean, it's very much like a hoarder house.
Yeah.
There's just stuff everywhere. He's got her chopping wood with a chainsaw, which, like, how did she not kill herself? She's never used a chainsaw before. She's wheeled that thing around.
Whoever made this chainsaw is a serious... This chainsaw is so unruly. It's flying around in her hands while she's just trying to cut. She cuts off the scarecrow. This is the most dangerous chainsaw I've ever... There are things that happen in this movie that had a serious effect on my belief of items as a child. One is the chainsaw being spastic. Another, when she first walks into the house, there's a popcorn machine that
And it just shoots
sprays.
popcorn.
As a child, every department store I went to and I saw the popcorn machines, I was looking for that specific popcorn machine because I
They
thought
just
that was a
shot
thing.
it out. You didn't
Yeah.
realize that they just had the top off.
Yeah, I thought that's what a popcorn party
So
would
as
be.
a child, you were worried that if you tried to use a chainsaw, it would be like a Tommy gun. It would just be all over the place.
All the time. And I really wanted to be some sort of lumberjack woodsman type person up until I saw this movie, and I changed my life.
I did
never
used to
wanted
really
be
like
one.
watching those lumberjack games they used to show on ESPN. You
Oh
remember
yeah,
those?
and they saw and hack stuff.
They do
so
the
fast.
log. They'd like run on the logs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love
You could have been that
flannel.
guy,
Yeah, this movie
but this
scared
movie
me.
turned you off
And
to it.
There's a lot of misrepresentations in this movie. One, the word overboard. There's 5
There's
overboards.
5 overboards. This movie goes overboard in the amount of overboards there are.
Way too many overboards.
He also has her washing clothes in like an old school, literally it's like from the 50s, the open top washer, and not a dryer, a wringer. She's
Yeah.
got a wringer. And
To hang.
yeah, again, how did she not get her hand crushed? We're talking about somebody who is she's lived a life of luxury, so she would know, like, those things, those rollers, people used to get their hands smashed in those all the time.
I have a theory that this movie is actually set in the same time and universe as Maximum Overdrive. These were their only 2 electrical appliances that these people even owned.
Yeah.
So they went alive and tried to murder her in that scene where she's doing the laundry and the chainsaw.
The chainsaw almost got her, and the laundry thing almost
So the
got her.
comet is passing over at this exact moment.
I don't think the ringer, but I think the whole point of the ringer is it's not electronic. It's you got hand
I think you can't see off screen, but the cord of the laundry machine is controlling the ringer, and it's like tightening
puppeteering,
it.
if you will. I hear
Yeah.
ya. So she has the montage of her like going through the crazy work that he has her doing, and she literally pretty much has a nervous breakdown. He comes
Yeah,
in,
that's true.
and she's just sitting there silent, kind of like comatose. The kids are staring at her, and the only thing when she does talk is just like ba 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 ba. So he very sensitively picks her up, takes her, and dumps her in the rain barrel outside.
Which works.
It works in the way that dunking mental patients in ice baths in the 1900s worked. It is brainwashing. It is spirit breaking, is what it is.
This is true. This is sort of like part of Zero Dark 30. The first part of Zero Dark 30.
He's like waterboarding her.
You're right. This is the torture part of the movie.
Yeah.
But once again, it's lighthearted.
It's done in a lighthearted manner.
They're singing. They have a moment after that, I feel like.
That's the moment that you were talking about where she has her first little memory when he's doing the thing with his shirt, and she has her first little memory.
You're right.
And then her and Kurt Russell start to really bond over the mini golf idea. She helps him come up with like they knew they wanted to do a mini golf course, him and Billy. But what a surprise! The two rocket scientists can't come up with a good idea. But she comes up with this 7 Wonders of the World thing.
Yeah.
And they start getting really into it. She's helping design it, and he's building.
Does that bother you that it's a miniature golf course and it's 7 Wonders of the World, but there should be like 18 holes at this
Well,
golf
I'm sure
course,
there
at
are
least
18 holes, and I think they mixed natural wonders and man-made wonders because you had like the Grand Canyon, but they also did Mount Rushmore and Taj Mahal.
Okay.
So they probably had enough, you know.
All right. Fair enough.
I thought the idea was fine.
I just would like to see that scene where they're thinking of like the last like 5 or 6 to do.
Like,
I don't know, Empire State Building, Mall of America.
They had to cut the scene where the World Trade Center was part of it. It was like, oh, that's awkward. That was actually a Garry Marshall edit later, before the DVD came out.
Yeah. Did a George Lucas.
Did a little George
Overboard.
Lucas on that one. They're like, that is uncomfortable.
I also want to bring up all the CGI that this movie has, the unnecessary CGI.
Look at the dewbacks in. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, there was a lot of, like, in the background, just these weird animals always walking around.
So they take her out for her birthday.
Yeah, he's gonna tell her. To me,
he's about to tell her.
This is a deplorable
this
act.
is where he chickens out.
And says it's your birthday.
And he's like, well, I meant to tell you it's your birthday. I forgot.
Let's get drunk. That's what this is where
they get drunk and they have consensual sex because she wants it, but why she wants it is all predicated on the fact that he has kidnapped and brainwashed her.
It's not okay.
No, it's not.
This is so horrible. Well, like, this is what I'm saying. This is where if he forks in the road here, it's maybe a less interesting movie because you've kind of painted yourself in a corner. If he tells her now, then you have to end it.
If right before they're about to do it, he tells her and she doesn't believe him, does it? Because that happens too. That comes up in a little while. Like, we have another moment.
Yeah, where she does. I think at this point she would have. And let's talk about this. They make love all night long. This is what I'm talking about when I say that this is so upsetting, this movie is to me after the fact, because this is a sensual scene of lovemaking that they have. Like, this is two people connecting.
Right. They don't just cut to them in the morning.
Oh, no.
There's like
they go on the bed.
They're on the bed, and this is all heavy. You can tell this is a real couple. They're really kissing. This is really passionate. Then you cut to them, you see them on the floor, and then back to the bed.
In the morning now. Now it's daytime.
And he buys her off with a washing machine.
Then she gets a washing machine.
This is the worst
Can
I tell you, Matt, I've been married a long time. You know that. You were at my wedding. What you do not buy a woman for her birthday is an appliance for her to better do work for you.
You're incorrect, Brian. That's only what you do to women that you haven't already brainwashed.
Oh, I forgot you break their spirit first. That's where I
went to the restroom during the part where she broke down.
My wife is way too spirited.
Yeah, that's the problem. Thing. That's your problem, man.
He actually, that's when I said that to you while we were watching it, was during this scene that we just talked about, right after the sex, he says to her, baby, every time with you is like the first time.
Yeah, because
it was
the first time. He has no remorse. He has no remorse.
And at the same time, Kurt Russell's so sweet and charming. You're like, you understand.
Yeah, it's almost like when he's like,
you understand why Goldie Hawn falls in love with him.
Oh my
God.
Get
it. You get why brainwash. Why once you wipe the slate clean, how she could fall in love with him without her with her not knowing that she's being brainwashed and kidnapped.
Yeah,
we could see that. That's
they are in love during this movie.
Right.
Do you think? I know that there's no doubt during those love scenes that he's inside her during those love scenes. He absolutely is during those.
I don't like to think of it because of the premise of the movie that we've been talking about, because we've gotten so dark that now I feel like that's really horrible. That's like a crime.
You're shooting this movie about a crime and then actually the actual. Oh my God.
That's like shooting a reenactment on 48 Hours and the dude actually bangs the reenactor. That's how bad that is.
That's so fucked up.
Some of this is gonna have to get cut out.
That's the best.
It doesn't work, and then so now it's the golf course, the big golf course opening.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, some of these are really nice. Some of them do look like they're made out of cardboard, and it's clearly just set up in a field somewhere.
They're just down. They're just. It looks like a flea market that allowed them to attach
It looks like a really nice field day at your school.
That is. Yeah. If this was a staple of this town is pretty crappy. This could be. It's
pretty run down.
Nice.
It's
They
a
just
little
need to put some
run down.
concrete down.
Honestly though, I do kind of feel like this could be the same town from the Goonies.
Oh yeah, Astoria. It's in the same area.
It's in Oregon. It's like northern Oregon.
Astoria is a coastal town. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, so he is friends with Data, and they did share secrets.
Data was like his protege.
So Goonies, Overboard, and Maximum Overdrive all exist in the same universe. Oh my god.
My dreams just came true.
Oh my god. Look at this camera's high, dude. I mean, I'm fucking full on right now.
The table just tilted a bit.
No joke.
So the husband shows up when they're coming back from and as soon as she sees the husband, everything starts coming back.
She says his name when she walks by.
She walks by and is just like, "Hey, Grant, I gotta put these in water," and she's just like,
"Yeah, that's a great double take. That's an in the house, out the house double take." That was a good one.
Goldie Hawn is awesome.
Yeah.
She's actually become a better person. Mm-hmm. So she, decides she's gonna go back to Kurt Russell. She loves him. She doesn't love her husband anymore. She, her Stockholm syndrome is in full effect, and she whips the boat around, and she's gonna go back.
She goes against everyone's orders and tells the crew turn her around.
And at the same time, Kurt Russell decides he's gonna re-kidnap his victim. She can't get away from him like that. And he gets his posse up, and by that I mean his kids and Billy with their weapons.
Take care of these kids. Let's go. Yeah, he does. He bangs on their funhouse, and they come running out with their guns.
And they get the Coast Guard because local cops are always crooked, so they're gonna help the Coast.
Well, you wouldn't want any actual law enforcement to.
True.
I mean, you think a branch of the military might have a problem with these crimes, but I guess they don't give them the whole story. We'll say that they don't know that he's technically.
To them, it's just like a story of true love.
Yeah.
My wife, oh my girl.
We've seen Billy. Billy's their connection to the Coast Guard. Mike, whatever his name is.
We know his lying skills.
Yeah, he can sell this story to the Coast Guard guys. So yeah, he's good to go.
But she jumps. We have a couple more overboards. They both voluntarily, her and Kurt Russell, jump off their boats to swim together, and the husband falls off. Yeah. So we have a couple more volunteers.
It's kicked off by the butler.
By Roddy McDowall, the butler, Planet of the Apes' own Roddy McDowall, who I wanted to give a shout out in my likes. I was wondering why you had Roddy McDowall in this movie because he almost has no lines.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Because he's the put-upon butler at the beginning. He's just getting treated like shit. But at the end, he has the heartfelt speech, which basically makes her decide to go back to Kurt Russell.
Yeah, he actually hates her, but then he's kind of nice to her.
When she comes back and he realizes that she's learned to be a human being, and she actually does apologize to him.
Yeah.
He
kicks that guy's ass in the ocean. It pays off a story earlier where they're all talking about some people that died at sea that were in love, and you got to pay off from that. What was weird to me in this moment, this is kind of the sail off in the sunset moment. They leave in the Coast Guard boat, and I'm thinking she owns the yacht. Why aren't they just get on the yacht?
Go back to the yacht. Yeah, that's when you find
off the yacht. Her mom's there. Her mom's worried sick.
Yeah. Oh, her mom's not gonna like it.
Mom might be over this. She says mom's money.
I was gonna say she says it's her money, but Mom might be cutting her off.
Mom seems pretty well off. Mom's dog has a sleep mask. That's a rich motherfucker right there.
That's monocle top hat right there, baby. Obviously, how does it compare as an adult through the eyes of the world we live in, and especially I feel like when it came out, everybody was fine with it. I don't feel like there was any but I do feel like we've come to a place where
this movie came out now. There'd be some blowback, buddy. There would.
You can't make this movie now. You can't make this movie at all.
You could if you cut out the scene and they fall in love without the sex scene first.
Without the sex, cut the sex scene, and maybe add in the jail scene. Maybe put the jail scene.
I think that's fine. I think if what he did was wrong. I think to work off his
if he never has sex with her.
If he's just kind of doing this to work off his dead, and it's just kind of lighthearted the way it is. It's a movie, by the way. You know what I mean? So it's okay. But yeah, if you cut that part out, then it's a little bit more forgivable.
And I have a problem too because this is a really funny movie. It's a movie with great performances in it. Like, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell kill it.
Oh,
They're both awesome.
It.
They're both awesome. Like you said, Kurt Russell is a fucking criminal, and you love him every second of the way.
He always has these great quips. He's great. He does that great laugh. And he even shows moments where he's hurt, where the kids tell him that they'd rather have her as their mom.
Yeah. And you can tell he feels bad when she calls out his bad parenting and stuff like that. Like, yeah, definitely.
It's out of his control, but I'd say this is a set of unfortunate circumstances that bring two people together that end up loving each other, and we're along for the ride, for better or for worse. I think at the end there's some lessons to be learned, and all in all, we had a good time. So I say I'm okay with it, and I like this movie still.
Oh.
My belly doesn't hurt. It feels like it should. That's what's bothering me. Feels like my belly should hurt somewhere. Like, this is horrible.
A guilt.
A guilt belly, or like I'm about to get in trouble. Like someone's about to break down the door and like take us away. But no.
I'm still thinking. I'm not ready to make my ruling. Let's talk about some likes and dislikes here. Do you have anything specifically that you like about it? Like, just anything, a moment that jumps out at you?
Just
something
all the
really great.
I like I said with the popcorn and stuff like that. I don't have anything more specific than that, other than just Kurt Russell's constant just.
Yeah, he's full Kurt Russell, no doubt about that. He's really great.
I'll say the part that stood out to me. That was my favorite. When they open the door when she first comes in and realize how horrible the kids are and what their life is like. The kids are upstairs in their room. One of the kids bursts open the door and says, she's talking about how bad the kids are. The kid bursts open the door and says, "Dad, my brothers are making me drink blood." And he just goes, "Ah!" Just laughs it off, and you're like, wait, what?
Wait, what was that?
Wait, what did they just say?
I will say that that's on my list of likes is the kid actors. The four boys who play the sons are awesome.
Yeah.
And I got, if you watch Stay Tuned, and if you haven't watched Stay Tuned, go and check out our previous episode, John Ritter's Stay Tuned. But if you'll know that I have no love for kid actors, and these kids were all amazing. Special shout out to one of them is the younger brother from the neighbor brother and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
He's great in that too. He's
awesome in that. All the kids are really good in that. All the kids are really good in that one. Actually, I take that back. The older brother sucks in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He's like a Luke Perry ripoff. He's shitty.
I think we all.
But I like the kid who's always doing the Pee Wee Herman impression too.
And I will say this: I felt like there was something missing with no facts, so I do have some trivia. That young man improv that Pee Wee Herman. That was not in the script.
It's not in the script. That was his bit.
He did that bit, and they were like, "Wow, that's a pretty good Pee Wee," which it was a decent
it was
Pee Wee
for a little kid's impression.
And they made it his thing, which I thought that was so good.
And it goes throughout the movie. So he did that in his I wonder if he improv'd it in the scene or if he improv'd it just when they were like going over lines, practicing lines or whatever.
And this movie, that's the other thing about this. This movie is full of that stuff where it's just these little moments that you're like, oh, that was so good. That was nice. And the kids are always a big part of it. Yeah.
So who do you got we got anybody for character corner?
Yes, I do. You blink and you miss him. It's Hector Elizondo and every single Garry Marshall movie. Not only is it nice when you see like a younger Hector Elizondo and you're like, oh yeah, that's like his best friend, and like he was in a movie, and I think that's how they met. Like he just put him in a movie once, and he's like, I love this guy.
One of those guys
in all my movies now.
Yeah. I mean, directors do it all the time.
Yeah, and he's in all his movies, and they were good friends. But anyway, he's the person that finds her when she falls, Joanna when she falls off, and he's telling the story.
He's on the news, right?
He thinks that she's a seal. He calls her a fuca, which is Portuguese, and the lady's like, you can't say it on TV, and he's like, no, fuca is seal in Portuguese.
And then you just start singing.
And then he sings, and I was like, oh my god, he's so good.
I always love in movies when somebody's getting interviewed by the news and they use that as their opportunity. Like they're like, I'm breaking out.
This is pre-internet, so this is the only chance local news.
Yeah.
He's a great singer, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's awesome. And
that's good.
What
stuff.
about you? Was there anything that's
characters, as far as he had a big role in this movie, but usually he's a character actor, and I gotta go with the best friend Billy, played by Mike Haggerty, who a lot of people know from like Wayne's World.
Oh yeah.
But he was the superintendent on Friends, and he's just been in. He's just a guy you see in all kinds of stuff, sitcoms and things like just a bunch of different shows.
He's like a poor man's Norm almost. I think.
Yeah, kind of. I'll give you that. He's always got the mustache.
And I mean that with the most respect. I mean that in the best way possible. Sure. I crossed him out when I thought about Hector. I was like, yeah, he wins. So I had him on my list because he's a great best friend. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the greats. So we arrive
at the moment of truth.
The moment of truth. Now, I'm not a man with children. I'm not trying to onset values on any other person. I've got my own beliefs. I believe Kurt Russell just ended up this situation, played it the best he could. Sorry. crimes were committed.
Well, when we're trying to assess our goodbye versus goodbye in this case, I really think it comes down to, like, how do you contextualize film? Can you just take a movie and just let it exist where it was? Like, because there's lots of, almost everything you watch from before the 2000s has uncomfortable moments in it. Racial things, sexist things, it's just and so where do you draw the line in, like, this is too offensive, this is too far, even at the time they should have known better? Does this cross into it? And where do you factor in the performances? This is Goldie and Kurt at the height of their powers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No doubt about it. This is Garry Marshall doing good Garry Marshall work.
Everyone's amazing.
So I am going to say that I'm just going to let this movie be a product of its time and take it for what it is. It's a goodbye, and it stays in the collection.
Yeah, goodbye.
Like I said, there are some uncomfortable themes here, but
you weren't going anywhere, baby.
Overall, it's a fun movie, and it's a lighthearted comedy. It's not malicious. It's not, he's not seeking to hurt her. His behavior is appalling, and in the real world. But in the world of this movie, she falls for him, and even after she remembers who she is,
she still loves him.
She likes the person she became better, and I guess that's what it comes down to. And she's the one who has to make the final choice, and who are we to judge? It's a goodbye.
But let us know. Let us know if you think we're giving this movie an easy pass, or
right.
Because I feel like I should be more upset than I am, because it's so lighthearted and fun. It's like, it's a movie.
And I encourage you to rewatch it with your modern eyes, but also try to keep in mind the time it was made and the spirit in which it was made.
Yeah.
And draw your own conclusions, and I will be more than happy to talk about it with you.
And I want to know everyone's feelings on accidental brainwashings where everybody comes out okay, because I don't think there's a lot of field research on this where somebody gets accidentally brainwashed.
Because that's not a real thing.
It's not.
People only get brainwashed for malicious reasons.
But this movie says otherwise. So if you believe that this is possible and it could work out okay, let me know. Although I feel like probably not.
Probably
make
not.
it happen.
But hey, no, tell us if there's one story. Tell us in the comments on this video.
Yeah,
like and subscribe. Like this video, then leave a comment about it. Subscribe to the Unofficial Fan Fights channel so you can catch up with us on our wrong, like tell us every time we have a wrong-headed view on a movie.
When it happens, when we are actually wrong in the future from now, when there will be a time where we're wrong. We haven't been wrong yet.
No,
we are
clearly
eventually wrong with probably some silly fact that because we're not fact checking here.
No.
We're shooting
off the
hip
cuff
here, baby.
I'm off
you know
the cuff.
What I mean?
Absolutely.
This is a western here.
Absolutely.
This is the Wild West of the internet we're in right here. Okay, there's no fucking big banners.
As in that.
There's no ad space. There's no fucking people on the phone making calls, dude. This is two guys digging a hole and fucking living inside of it with their movies.
The only thing that we share in common with the Wild West is that we have so few views a tumbleweed could at any moment bounce across the screen. That's good stuff. All right, thanks for joining us again on DVD Bunker. Let us know what you thought on Twitter. You can find me at Hurstcules.
And at the Drunksman.
Hashtag DVD Bunker. Also follow at TUFF channel.
Yep.
That's the Twitter channel for the whole, you know what
channel,
it means.
for the whole channel.
You know how the internets work, kids. Come on, let me off the hook with this one.
Type the buttons.
Use the buttons. But there's so much great content on there. Odd Shape Panel is a really good show, and you get a lot of cool, interesting people calling in with weird, different opinions, and I love weird opinions, man. I do.
It's always good.
I do.
Makes you think.
Yeah. Fan Friction. We've been on a little hiatus. By the time this comes out, we'll probably be back. But while we're filming, we've been on a little hiatus. Man, I'm getting antsy, baby.
No, it's nice. You left with a little buzz. There's a buzz. And now the buzz, people are like, wait, when's this next one coming out? I'm ready for this next one. It's nice.
It's twittering.
It's
Twitter is simmering.
Yeah, exactly. And you're ready to just, put the hot water on, baby.
Thanks to Ron and Google Eye Platypi for our music. Thanks to Jeannine and Austin for the help with the graphics and everything all the time. And I guess that's it.
Yeah, thanks for watching the DVD Bunker.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.